Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year!
No,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. I did this for Soranji, who came in all decked out with her New Year gear. I'm like, let's do this. So Happy New Year! I am
I
very
got the ball, like when
You
it
got the
drops.
ball. Let it drop. I'm very happy to see your beautiful faces and to have you join us on the very first call of the year. And just so that I don't look ridiculous, I'm going to take this off, okay? We all know it's a happy new year. Happy new year.
We're adults. We're officially 21.
We are 21. We are allowed to drink responsibly.
Yes. And
And go to the
according to
club
plan.
and have always a designated driver. Anyways, guys, we know that there's a lot of expectancies for this new year, and I know in my heart, all I pray for is that God grants you the wisdom, the guidance, the strength to push forth um this year and every year after, so that we named our group, live boldly, right? So that we can conquer. We'll always continue to conquer. But I think this year we're called, I feel it in my heart, to live in color. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm determined to suck the goodness out of every moment and enjoy it while it lasts. Why? Because tomorrow is not promised. And we want to make sure that what we have today, we value it. So if you have your health, value it. If you have your friends, value them. If you have your family and loved ones, love them, value them. Value the opportunities that we have in front of us without wishing for a moment. Let's take on that moment and appreciate it for what we have in hand. So, with that, we open the call, we open the year. We have a lot of great things in store for 2021. I'm excited for one because obviously every year we start with a brand new program and we start with a fresh focus. And this year it couldn't have come in a better time. We're doing the 9 week control freak for the most part. Some of you are doing the Muscle Burns Fat program, others are doing 10 rounds, some are doing 21-day fix extreme or real time, whichever program you have decided to do, it's a good program. Why? Because you're going to do it from the beginning to the end and you're going to see results from it. There is no program that you do from beginning to end following the guidelines that it was created to that will not give you the results. Now, I am one that I get very bored easily, and I love. I bleed Beachbody Blue. So whatever program Beachbody has created, I always jump in head first because I trust and I believe in it. And this one is going to be no different. Raise your hand if you've already tried 9 week control freak. Some of us are in the prep stages. Others have been so courageous, they jumped right in. Shout out to Kathy Bachman, who went ahead and purchased her program. And immediately, as soon as it came in, she installed her things and went to it. Um, I see, oh, hi, Yolanda. She's here too. Nicole is finishing off her MBF muscle burns fat advanced, and she has already lost 9 pounds, and she hasn't even finished the program. She's jumping into 9 week control freak as of January 11th with most of us. Okay, so for those of you who are contemplating the idea, am I still time? Do I still have time? Am I on time? Can I do this? You always can. You can start at any given moment because the tools are there. All you'll wait for is your contraptions like the wall control tracker or the ball, the resistance band. But in the meantime, you have a prep calendar that you can follow and still get in motion. There is a $20 off any challenge pack or completion pack if that is something you're interested in doing. This month as well, up until the 1st of February, there will be a refresh sale. So right now, a lot of us are doing the 3-day refresh. I think Ibelisets, Julissa Matos, and I forget right now off the top of my head who else is doing it, but some people are doing the 3-day refresh, which is a plant-based detox, and others are doing the Shakeology cleanse, mezua included. Um, Tomorrow, I get to eat eggs and drink coffee. I am so excited. I don't know why, but every time I do a detox, that's one of the things I miss the most. That's a $10 off if you want to set yourself up for success. Usually, I like to schedule myself for a 3-day refresh one time, like in between when I'm coming off of a vacation, after a holiday, right up starting a program. I'm considering I may be traveling at the end of the month. So when I come back, that is what I will be doing, which is right before spring break. So in my head, I already have that plan happening. We'd love to invite every one of you to participate in what is our quarterly event. It is called our Super Weekend, and that is happening this Saturday. If COVID would not be part of our life right now, we would be meeting in person. But unfortunately, we will have a virtual Super Weekend. So there will be a link where they will be streamed live, not on Zoom. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite you to be a part of us. So usually if we get together in a super weekend, we always have a full a live workout. And then we stay together to listen to the announcements, to the things that the company's coming up with. And if you're interested in knowing how this can work for you as a business, then you want to stay for the after, right? And hear all about it and get more information. What we're going to do is right on this same link, we're going to be right here. I'll share the screen if you want to share it with us, but just so that we could feel like we're together in this, I'll be in the Rise Before Shine Zoom, and we'll be watching the live stream from Beachbody with all of the announcements. And we'll start off with a workout at 11 a.m. So I don't know all the time frames, but it'll start off. So the workout begins at 8 in the morning Pacific time. So Pacific 8 a.m., which means it'll be 11 a.m. Eastern time. That gives us enough time to be ready for the super weekend, which happens as of 9 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Mountain time, 11 a.m. Central time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And if you're in France, it'll be at 6 p.m. I will be sharing the streams. If you only speak Spanish, si solamente hablan en español, va a haber un enlace donde lo vamos a compartir para que lo escuche solamente en español. También está en francés. It is also available in French and English with sign language. All right, Norris, I think that was it for the announcements. If I'm missing anything, please let me know.
We're good. We also want to make sure, as Untitled said, whatever program you've chosen, to take ownership and start, own it, and know that you will see results. This is all about working hard, eating well, and the results will follow. So if you haven't found a program yet, this is the time to start searching and make up your mind so that we can all start a program first and finish it. We're starting the 11th. I know that Uneris and I and most of us are starting the 9-week control.
And I want to take a moment to share a little bit about, I did a little clip today on my learnings so far. I'm very grateful that Michelle pushed us to do a prep week before jumping right in, because it has helped me slow my roll, right? Take it easy, learn the moves, figure out what is it that she means when she says X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm taking my time moving the tracker. Like, I know that now it goes like above my head, right at my shoulders, right at my waist. And I'm not rushing. I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt because I don't want to come in as an expert. I'm open to learning. I've fallen flat on my face fighting with the ball because it goes running away from me. And I'm like, come back.
I almost fell today. So if you're like me and as a nurse, we're human, so the errors are there, right? But we want to be careful, so safety first. So if you're clumsy and you're not all there, like myself, I found that I almost busted my like I literally was gonna fall on my face using the stepper because my floor is slippery. So make sure that once you say yes to whatever program you're following, that the area where you choose to work out in is safe, it's cleared, and that all you need is right there, that you don't have to be searching. Oh my god, I have something in the living room, let me search for the in the dining room, I left the ball. Have everything organized in one space. I find that that's helpful because this is a quick and fast paced workout. With the stepper, I found that I was slipping. So what I had to do, I used the a mat, whatever mat you use for yoga or stretching. I put the mat, and then on top of the mat, I put the stepper, and I found that it was more secure. Another thing I learned was that I started off with all levels in the stepper. I was
I
a
was
little
like,
bit
oh, you're
adventurous.
very
I was
adventurous.
like, yes, I got this. Slowly, the ego kind of, I was like, let's drop the ego, Norris. I took all the levels and started from the first phase. This is not a race. I'm not competing with no one else. I'm competing with myself. And I want to see this through. The goal here is to shift our mindset from the diet mentality of just doing a program for 9 weeks. I want to see this through another round of 9 weeks. And if I want to do that, same goes if you're doing the 21-day fix real time. It goes with any fitness program you're following. You want to make sure that you're doing this for the long run. You're taking care of yourself because that is the reason why we're doing this in the first place, to see it full through. So, safety first, use the mat, look at your surrounding, make sure that it's clear, that you have everything organized so you're not kind of scrambling. The door that I'm using has a glass, but I also have a lock so nobody's coming in and out, because you also don't want to be pulling and then you can literally hurt yourself.
Also, I already know somebody's ball exploded. If you have pets at home, also keep the ball away from your pets. Um, I know a male exploded the ball. I don't know, maybe it was full to capacity. I haven't filled my ball to capacity. I have like a squeeze at moment. I make mine squeezable, if that makes sense. Kind of like so that I realized that when I made it too como templada, too much air, it was hard. It was even harder to squeeze. Maybe that caused the ball to explode.
Good
So
to know. Kids as well. I have mine. I keep my space here. This is how it is. But this right here, guys, us women for our pelvic, this is gonna be insane. Like I feel ripiada. I feel like I'm good.
Norris has muscle memory and it's working for her. Um,
I have a comment about the 9 week control freak. I did I can't remember what that move is called, but when you step over the stepper, and I didn't know what to do with my arms. I felt like a fool. And then I watched your video and Michelle's video. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know. So tomorrow I'm gonna try it again. So it's really helpful to see you guys also doing. It's the first time I'm doing these moves. So
I also wanna thank you for pointing that
It
out.
takes time too to get to know the band.
I think even if you don't post a video, I think it's important for you to record yourself. So I recorded myself. I record myself throughout the whole workout, not because I this is my business and I'm going to share the clips, right? But also because that helps me with form. So today there was a one with the ab burners and we were doing a plank. And I noticed how my elbow was like almost open, not around, not straight into my shoulder when I replayed the video. I said that's something I'm going to work on for the next time. My elbow has to be directly aligned with my shoulder so that I don't get hurt. And I'm okay with modifying it, so putting my leg on my knee and then kind of lifting myself up from there. But I was able to see that when I played back the video. I was thinking like I was superhero. I was doing it right when I was doing the work. And I was like, oh hell no, you don't look right.
That's how I started doing better push-ups, because you feel fine, but when you see it, either your hands are too far out or, not under your chest. So that's another way too. So that's really
So
the reasons to record yourself. Or if you
don't
have a
be
mirror in front
intimidated.
of you, it'll be great.
And sometimes when you
I also want to state that watching back on those videos that you take, like I have videos from when I first started, it shows your progress, like how your body looks, what your form is. And it just makes you happy to realize like, oh, wow, I can do like 15 burpees in a minute. What?
and
That's
I
really
want to
good
point
to do
out
it.
that taking pictures, Sori took pictures, I believe, of her where she started and where she is now. A lot of us run away from the idea of taking pictures, and you think that it's the coach being mean to you, trying to ask for those pictures, but it's truly to help you. It's really a place where sometimes the scale doesn't move as fast as you would like it, but when you look back at the pictures, you can see the progress physically. Sometimes you put on your clothes and you take the picture, and then you put the same clothes on a few months down the road, and you're like, wow, that's me. And you can only do that if you have taken those pictures. So don't shy away. The camera is not your enemy, it's your friend.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
If you see, I only post pictures. Most of them on the floor because I take them right after the workout, so I'm barely able to get up. Videos are not my friend. I have zero coordination. They say lift your left leg, I'm lifting my right arm. They say go to the right, I go back. So my videos are awful. I just try my best, but posting one of those, it'll be like shaming myself in front of the world. I can't. Not yet. Not for now.
But
I look at my videos and I'm like, oh my God.
you can use them. Number one, I've had people share, because we're not in the same room at the same time. So when you post them in the group, you can say, Unides, can you go look at my video and
No.
see if it's right or wrong, or share it. Some people do that with me, and it helps, because like I remember I had issues with push-ups, and I had to listen to Shalene Johnson teach on how to do a push-up. And then I shared what I learned, and that helped a lot of you. So you never know what will help, and just don't be intimidated, and if you're not comfortable sharing it, then use it for your own personal knowledge and experience.
I do use it to make fun of myself.
Anybody else has feedback or information from what you have learned so far from the program you're doing, or a question that you would like for us to tackle before Norris and I like go into our own little
I have
Um,
one. Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Feel free to go first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on my phone. My computer's so slow, and so I'm like swiping real quick on my phone. I was anyway. I just wanted to comment to, is it Albania?
Uh-huh.
Just a little words of encouragement, because I'm also, you know, like I love IG, and I do it for fun. But then, you know, when I started this journey with my sister Michelle, I grew out of my comfort zone posting and things. But I agree in the sense of not making fun of yourself necessarily, but like I started to realize, like, when you just be your authentic self, and that's what people, you know, like they relate to that type of thing. So I just wanted to encourage you that whatever you think may be silly, just be yourself, and you will feel better like after that.
there'll be another silly person, Albania, contigo, alongside you.
I don't know. Doesn't it feel better when you go into our group and you feel in a non-judgmental area? I feel that the world is full of a lot of negativity, but I'm safe in knowing that around us, I can be okay. And honestly, I'm good with deleting and unblocking and blocking people when they come back to me with negativity. I don't pay mind to it. It doesn't faze me. So, but I know that I needed that. Like you shared, Giselle. I needed to see that someone just like me was trying really hard to come out of their shell, and that gave me motivation and confidence to push. Right? It's not easy, but it also, I think, I don't know. Once we spoke about this, but when you name or you identify something that is your weakness, it soon becomes your strength.
Can I share something? Really quick. So I did 3-day refresh over the weekend. And I had it. It wasn't planned. I said, well, what a better time to start 3-day refresh than on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm planning on starting my workout on Monday. I did not go grocery shopping for the 3-day refresh. I said, I have very few things here. And the fact that I see 2020 as a challenging year, a year that changed the way we looked at things, the way we did things, it changed our expectations. And I said, you know what? It made us come out of our comfort zone in every possible way. So I had like a carrot, half of a pepper, maybe a quarter of an onion. I hadn't gone grocery shopping. And I said, you know what? You're going to do 3-day refresh and you're not going to go grocery shopping. The only food I had was apple. I had a few packs of lettuce. And I said, challenge yourself to make it work with what you have. And I didn't share because my meals were like awful. A mix of like steamed cabbage with carrots, and it looked awful, but it's what I had and I made it work. Believe it or not, this has been the most successful 3-day refresh I've done.
Because you don't overthink it. And that's awesome. And you've lost, I think, 7 pounds so far.
Close to 7. And so far in what, 6 days, 11 pounds.
That's awesome.
So my mindset, my goal, my 2021 is about challenge yourself and get out of your comfort zone. So I wanted to share that just to set the foundation. The videos will come. Don't know, I get a little, they will come. They will come. I will get there.
Awesome. Thank you. I think Evelyn had a question before as well. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you first and foremost for putting these calls together. I was actually, I'm not going to deny, I was like, oh, I'm not going to join because I haven't even been as active. And then I was like, no, Evelyn, get on there. It's actually really motivating and encouraging to hear you all, to hear that you guys have the same struggles that I'm having right now. I think one of the things that I realized that I am somewhat struggling with is that because I haven't been as active, and I never, ever suffer from like knee pain. But I switched from the 30-day breakaway to like bar blend, and I realized that I'm having some difficulties with my knees because, you're doing a lot of those plies and like a lot of that stuff. And it's been really painful, and it's not something, maybe it's just because I've been I'm spending like 15 hours sitting down at a desk, and not moving as I generally have in my past life in 2019.
And that,
so I don't know if you guys have any strategies around that to like work with that type of issue.
That definitely has a lot to do with it. Bar blend, I did bar blend last year, in the beginning of last year, because I myself needed to rest and kind of gift my body that. Elise has amazing pre-stretches. So what I find is that we need to nurture ourselves depending on our need. So right now, lower body stretches, go a little bit extra with your warm-up and after the workout. That is key. If you are able to do modifications to the workouts as well. And also part of it, I know with Bar Blend, she doesn't wear shoes, but for the most part, that's also recommended. That might also help to have kind of security in your feet, as well as Epsom salt baths and just stretches. Like I feel that that's helped me in the past. I'm not sure about the other ladies, but I find that when I don't stretch well and I just, skip it,
I had a
it
problem
affects my mobility, like in all shapes.
When I did Transform 20, and that's why I lowered the step this time. Like when Norris was like, oh, I'm gonna go all the way high, I was like, you good brave soul. I went all the way down to the lowest level. Why? Because when I did Transform 20, my knees were the ones who suffered the most. But it was, number one, because I wasn't spending extra time warming up. And when your knees, I learned, I'm not an expert, but I'm going to share what I learned from myself. When your knees hurt, a lot of the times it's the back, like your hamstrings, that are really tight. So you want to spend some time doing a little bit more loose work on that. So maybe use a foam roller to release the knots and get your hamstrings a little bit looser and warmer. Right now we're doing, let's say, I'm going to give you an example. We're doing the prep workout, and there it jumps right into a bonus. It doesn't give you enough time to warm up. So what I do is I go into one of the warm-ups in the library, whether that is in the studio, yoga studio, or I do one of Autumn's warm-ups or like activation moves. Why? Because I have learned the older we get, the more help our bodies need, especially in our joints. And Idalis also has like this, it's on her Instagram. I shared this with somebody that shared a pain they had in the knee, and it's using the stretch bands with to rotate your knee and get a little bit of the inside of your legs stronger. And all that is just as you stated, a lot of time sitting, a lot of time not working out, so your muscles are in pain and you need to give them time to strengthen. But by working out, that's how you strengthen them. I also suggest using massage. I go for at least one 90-minute deep tissue massage at least one time per month. I use the foam roller. I use Recover religiously. And there's a brace also that you could use. It's like a bracelet that you put underneath your knee to kind of give it extra support. I'll share it with you, Evelyn. These are the things that if you share, I'll help you find information that will be helpful to you. And if anybody has something.
Sori mentioned that Idalis has good stretches, but also in her 30-day breakaway, like the stretch one, the Recover one, that's a really good one and it uses the foam roller, and that can really help you with because you may think it's your knees, but it can also be affected by your shins. It's a number of things. So all the suggestions that Uniris mentions are great, and alongside with, diving in there and foam rolling and stuff.
I'm going to share I have an image of some of the rest and recovery workouts that are recommended on those days when you're looking for that extra stretch, and it will show you there's a library filled with activity. There's
restorative studio, something like that. Yeah.
Restorative something series.
Yes, please share. Thank you. That sounds amazing.
You're welcome. We'll do.
What you definitely don't want to do is stop working out or moving. I think that we are fearful of the soreness, and I know that right now I am sore because I'm trying this new workout and different body parts are being worked that haven't been worked in a while or ever. So soreness is part of it. So don't stop cold turkey. A lot of people run away from the soreness and the discomfort, but we need to warm up a little bit extra and continue on with the workouts, because that's the only way. That's how we create that endurance and resistance. And in order for us to build muscle, we got to break. So that's where the discomfort comes from.
Absolutely. Anybody have any questions or any suggestions that you want us to go into? As far as it could be specific to your program, to your nutrition.
And I'm sure that the questions you guys have, others have as well. Maybe when they replay, or we all have common ground as far as challenges, victories, tips.
Okay. So in the chat, I don't know, Evelyn, if you can see it, but they're posting some ideas on the glucosamine to protect your joints and CBD ointment for that.
Also hot and cold compressions. For the knee, I use that.
There is one for the knees. Hot and cold therapy is also good for that. So let's jump into the tools you have at hand. I know that We
do
have
it.
2 different nutrition programs, and I wanted to kind of take a little bit of time here because I think it's very easy for us to get hooked on the idea that we're working out, we're pressing play, and if we're doing good, it means that we're pressing play and we're working out and we're doing the things. But honestly, the truth and the reality comes to a combination. So your fitness is great. It's amazing for you to do your workouts and get hooked and love the program and do the things. But if you're not following it with a nutrition program, then the results aren't coming through. And then you're going to feel discouraged and think like, this doesn't really work. This isn't
I'm killing
happening for
myself
me.
and I don't see results.
And the truth of the matter is, it's very true. If you do not follow through with the nutrition, then the results are going to stay behind and you're going to get frustrated and eventually give up. So the way that we want to start 2021 is to really hone in on nutrition. And we're going to sound like broken records, but we really are craving for you to have a full transformation, like mindset, nutrition, and fitness, not just a 6-pack ab.
Right.
Because I don't think going for a 6-pack ab is something that you can sustain for the long period of time. But if you go for healing your relationship with food, your relationship towards diets, your all in or nothing mindset, then once you heal that, then you're going to be able to be here 1 year from now, 10 years from now, and look back and say, I am free. I have reached my goal and I feel healthy, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. And it will reflect in the way you speak to others about you. It will reflect in the pictures you take. It will reflect in the clothes you choose to wear and in the activities you choose to participate. So that is the goal. That's our focus. That's our mission. It's not about a diet. It's not about a quick fix. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to look and look and look and you're not going to find, because that's not what we're about. We want you to learn. And we're not an expert. Norris, myself, Michelle, Mari, Julissa, all of the coaches that you see here, all we are is advocates for health. Why? Because we have used the tools ourselves and we have seen results. But not because we went to school to study nutrition or fitness, but because we used the tools available. And when you order the package, you receive a physical form, but you also have the digital downloads.
You also have a book that comes with your package, I believe. This might look familiar to many of you. So as Minerva stated, the principles, it's across the board for any nutrition program you choose or path you choose, whether it's Upper Fix, the container, or To Be
Mars
Mindset.
calls it Upper Fix. It is the ultimate.
Le cambié el nombre. I apologize. Ultimate
Portion fix.
Fix. And you
I call it UPF.
It happens to me with dates and names. I apologize. UPF or To Be Mindset. Now, the principles are eating the right proteins. So make sure that your proteins are good. Eat plenty of fiber. Choose smart sources of energy. So you want to make sure that it's on top of the ladder as far as more nutrients. As I like to say, more buck for your game. Like you don't want to just be depleted. Seek out superfoods, stay hydrated, and eat healthy fats. Now, every nutrition program and that you choose to follow will come with a nutrition guide. And it's going to be specific and it's going to tell you if it's a vegan, protein, and when you should be eating it. In this book, you will find, because a lot of times people are like, I get bored with recipes. I don't know what to eat. I want to clarify a few things for you and hopes that it brings peace to your mind. So choose the meal plan you're following, whether it's UPF,
Yeah, UPF, you did it right.
Or To Be Mindset. They are both very effective. I want to be clear with that. Whatever you choose to do and put in the work, the results will follow. But work is part of it. And you also want to be aware of where you are. So stick right there, Nerys.
What
So
I wanted to share with you guys is basically I'm trying to get to it, but
this is the same book I have in my hand.
Mhm.
You can also access it on the PDF format.
When you
That's
go
what
into
Nerys is showing.
when you go into your program, you will have access to this under program materials. Whichever program you have, this is available to you.
And recipes are there as well. So please go to page 15. Because awareness is key, and taking ownership of the program and the tools that you have available are going to equip you. So you're going to feel ready. And that's what we want. We want you to feel in control. And I love the name Control Freak because we are taking control of our environment, of what we're fueling ourselves with, and our mindset. Guys, I highly recommend that if you haven't looked into or tapped into a personal development, and it's not because I'm telling you this because I'm not following it. Whatever we share here is something that we've applied to our lives. And to be honest with you, it's helped us for the long term in every season. So make sure you're looking for a personal development that's going to help you in your weaknesses. We all have weaknesses and we all have strengths. Don't nitpick on yourself. Strengthen it. Just as you're strengthening the muscle physically, look for something mindset wise that you need to work on a little bit more. Only you can know that. So personal development is key. You're taking control over that. So if you need help with consistency, there's books, PD, that you can read if you have time, or audiobooks. The Compound Effect, the Miracle Morning, if you need time to kind of get yourself on your priority list. The list goes on, and there's actually an album in our group where I've shared a couple of the audiobooks that have served me in my journey. The 5-second rule, etc. Same applies with taking control of your nutrition. Oftentimes, when you feel like a failure, and like Nerys said, the fitness part is so easy. And I think that it's just the way that we've been, as a society, linked into this whole world of if you work out, you outwork the fork. It's quite the contrary. Workouts are extra credit. It's good for our heart, release stress. Yes, we will build and tone and all the good stuff. But you need to focus on the nutrition so that the fitness can then compound into major results that we all want. And that's what the Beachbody programs are here for. So where Nerys is right now, I want you to go, Nerys, with the programs that we have available. Go up on page 15. I don't know what page is this.
The pages are not, I guess, according to.
Okay, so quédate ahí mismo. Vete más para arriba. Love you all. This is page 19.
Though, so what this does is giving you the review.
So the tools. So this is everything we have. So like everything that you have, this is your, whatever you need. If you need additional boost for Shakeology, if you need the performance line that Nerys mentioned as far as recovery, if you're feeling sore, we have the products here that are going to help you, fuel you, so that you can go in for the long term. As far as the nutrition programs are concerned, there is 2 different options. So those are the tools that we're looking at right now. So if you are going to choose the UPF, right, with the containers with Autumn, you want to make sure that 1, you hop on the scale, even if you don't want to, because you need to know where you start. This is like a regular GPS, like let's be real, let go of the number. Right now, you're at a starting point. We are all in a starting point. And I love that because we are in the same level, right? We all got the 365 days. It's fresh for all. So what's your goal weight? Where are you now? And then you're able to see your bracket for the upper fix. And there you're then determining, because you're going to live on color. So you're going to tally up your
how many you go. And
a day.
I wanted to interject here. See how it says for losing weight, to maintain the weight, and also to build mass. There's actually people who want to gain weight because they are underweight. I know that that's something foreign to me, but it is possible. So if you're looking to build mass or basically gain weight or muscle, you want to follow this over here, this bracket. And if you want to maintain the weight in which you're in, this is where you're going to be. And if you want to lose the weight, you want to go there. When you find out the amount of calories, they're going to be matched to the number of containers you're supposed to eat. Now, see on the bottom here, it says to be mindset or ultimate portion fix. Basically, it tells you specifically. So the UPF, make sure to align your eating by watching video 10, right? And then for to be mindset, refer
Plated.
to be mindset and exercise PDF under resources tab of the mindset program. You'll find these great resources on your Beachbody On Demand portal. You wanted to add something here?
Yes. So UPF, always remember you're living in color. Containers, it's color containers, and you're tallying it for your day and your caloric need, right? To get to the goal that you want, whether it's to gain, lose, or maintain. For 2B mindset, it's the plated system. The meals are the same, and we're going to look at the recipes right now. So you want to make sure that whatever nutrition path you choose, you're diving into the resources that are available to you. So for recipes, it'll state it, and I actually highlighted because we all love to eat. I'm a food lover. If you know me, you know that I'm always recreating meals, and I always love to share it with you guys. But the only way I've shared all of this with you is because I've dived into the recipes. That was my weakness, and now it's become my strength. I didn't like healthy eating before. So I strengthened that weakness, and now it's become something that I feel today that it's been a victory in my life. I've incorporated these healthy recipes and recreated them from the comfort of my kitchen, and I've enjoyed it. And I want you guys to enjoy it as well as Unurvis and all of us here. So these recipes are tailored for both programs. So if you notice in the bottom, remember, fixate colored. So you'll see always like little colors in the container equivalent. And for 2B mindset, it'll always refer to the plated system.
And it'll
Right.
tell you whether it is
Vegan.
for breakfast, and it'll tell you if it's good for lunch or if it's an FFC. And then
So
over here,
we're in the beginning of the year. So for breakfast, you have 10 breakfast options. Boredom should not be part of our vocabulary. It is different for 10 days. You can recreate it, and this is not even calculating Shakeology recipes in the morning. So the variety is there, and that is the spice of life. If you're feeling bored, dive into the resources. So for breakfast, you have 12. For breakfast, 12. Lunch, you'll find 10 options, which you can recreate. You can always add more veggies. Remember, high fiber, more veggies, the more weight loss, the more satisfaction. You can also go to your dinner options. As Unurvis is sharing all of this, don't get like overwhelmed. This is vegan. It has high protein. You can swap some things. If you don't like tuna, like I don't like tuna, you can do chicken. So you can become a little bit more creative in that sense.
vegetarian paella.
There's a paella, there's burgers, it's delish. So most of the recipes you guys see Unurvis or myself share, it's because we found it here. The snack options is something that I fell in love with, and I've actually incorporated them as part of my lunch. So what do I mean by that? There's like 21 snack options. So if you look at the cheesy cauliflower nachos, I use that as a lunch. So this is where variety comes into play.
And like I would use the avocado toast for breakfast with a little bit. I'll add like a boiled egg or 2 boiled eggs to the top of that and make that a delicious, heart-filled breakfast.
Beach bars, if you need a snack option, it's a great one for you. It's really low on sugar, and it also satisfies the sweet tooth. If you are one to go crazy bananas over chocolate, nutty, crunch stuff for PMS, that works. Kids love it as well. If you're remote learning, it's a great option for them to grab and go, and you have a little bit more space. The nachos are coming up. These have become a staple in this home, and I've incorporated it for lunch or for dinner. And what do? This is a snack under the resources, but the veggie is there. So that's my base. So let's say I'm in the mood one day for nachos. I'll add maybe ground turkey if I have it cooked, or I'll chop up chicken. That's my protein. I have my veggie base. And then if I want a FFC or a carb, a yellow container, remember we're living in color, You can add tortilla chips, you can add a slice of bread,
Or black beans go really
or
well.
black beans. We've done it as well. So this is where the creativity comes, but the base is there. The ingredients, if you're Latina like us, you always want to go with things that don't have MSG, and then everything else is welcomed. Your oregano, your garlic mahao, as I love to call it, or powdered garlic if you don't have time, turmeric for coloring, paprika for coloring, your Himalayan salt, pepper, lime, all the goods.
This one would pair well as a protein, but you can add this to very well to a salad. You can have that with another FFC. So here is your base, and then you take that and pull it with something else.
And you add more. So why are we doing this? Because variety, again, is the spice of life, but you also want to get creative and take ownership of your kitchen. What I found through the years of me doing this, I benefited from the weight loss and I've kept on with the journey, but I've now spilled over to my kids. In the beginning, we're very honed in, like, I wish my family would join me. They're not going to join you right off the bat. I'm sorry to say, some do, some don't. It took a lot in my home. But through the years, the more that you incorporate and you enjoy, they see the enjoyment and they want to taste. So then it becomes an easier route as the years pass by, once you start incorporating it on a daily basis. And it tastes good because you're using the same seasonings you use when you cook, home meals.
I want to take a moment to kind of discuss a little bit about Shakeology, because I think one of the mentality that we have is an all in or nothing at all, or we'll wait. And that's why we end up with boxes that are mounted in our home, because we make that choice to say, I'm not going to drink Shakeology today because I'm going to splurge on pizza, or I'm going to order takeout, or I'm not following my workout, so I might as well wait to drink my Shakeology so that I don't waste it. Honestly, we've been doing this for now 8 years, so we've heard it all. But here's the thing. Shakeology is meant to be a protein supplement as well as a superfood shake. So yes, there are many protein shakes out there, but they do not have the same combination of the matcha, the ashwagandha, all of the superfoods that are meant to work inside of your body for a purpose with a meaning behind it. So the reason why you want to have it, even if you're going to go out to eat dinner with your family, or you're going to eat pizza, or you haven't been working out, because that is your only source of full vitamins that you're getting in your body one time per day. Maybe you haven't had your veggies. Over the holidays, I'll be very honest, the only healthy thing I did in this house was drink my Shakeology. Everything else went as I pleased because I enjoyed myself, but I wasn't guilty or feeling weird because I was drinking my Shakeology. Now, does this mean that I didn't gain weight? Absolutely not. I absolutely gained weight because Shakeology doesn't help you lose weight if you do not track your foods or eat according to your guidelines. If I had Shakeology for breakfast and then I had coquito for dinner, obviously I'm going to have a weight gain on the following day. And if I had my pieces of flan and if I had all of the other stuff that came along, I gained the weight. But the goal here is don't shy away from what works. I bet that as soon as you start drinking your Shakeology, your body feels good, you get regular again, you start visiting the bathroom more often, and you start to also instill those behaviors in your family. So when I came into Beachbody, Joelle and Noemi were young. Joel has never really been interested in healthy eating. But as of this year, he's actually said, Mom, can you please help me? I want to drink Shakeology every single day because I want to lose weight. And Noemi now prepares her Shakeology as a snack after school is over. So it does happen with time and consistency. And I also want to point out the fact that I think we shy away from, again, participating in the challenges that help us earn rewards and actually get recognized by the company. every single time religiously when you finish a program, go into beachbodychallenge.com, submit your results. You will get a free gift and you will help the company see that you're actually working towards your goals, because it doesn't happen by itself. There's a goal behind it. And we want to, the goal here is to help people live a healthier and a more fulfilled life. So if we're doing that, let's be proof of it. And as a matter of fact, your coach gets recognized at the end of the year for the amount of people who submit their challenge results to the company. Because like when I was a teacher, I would get reviews. I get a review as a coach on this in this company for how many people I help, how many changes are happening, and how have I impacted their lives. So what we kind of did right here was a very fast and furious summary onto just one of the tools that are available to you at your fingertips for you to use and abuse. In the group,
Hold up. Because before you get to the group, and thank you, before I forget, if you have not downloaded Beachbody On Demand or the nutrition app on your phone, please do so like right after the call, or if not right now. We won't take offense. It's at your fingertips. Yes, I have the actual book in my hand, but you can also access wherever you have your app. So if you're outside dining out, or you're in a friend's house, you don't feel constrained or, oh my God, I can't live because I don't know what I can eat. Breathe. You're going to be okay. You have the resources and the tools that are going to help you gauge and also make the right choices according to your goals, wherever you are. Go ahead.
So, Ismenia shared, I'm gonna, instead of going into what we have, I'm gonna answer questions that are popping into the chat.
Let's open the line because it's getting a little bit late.
So Ismenia asked, has anyone tried both UPF and To Be Mindset? So
they're both available now.
So we have access to both programs, To Be Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix. Which one should you choose? It depends. So I tried them both and I feel like one of them is very structured. So if you feel like you can't be loosey-goosey and you need structure in your life, you want to have the measurements exact, you want to know, all right, I'm going to have this color, red, green, and yellow for breakfast, and I'm supposed to have 2 greens, 3 reds, and whatever. You want to like that, like have it calculated by the T, then Ultimate Portion Fix is the way to go.
And also if your portions is the issue, if you have a portion issue.
Also, some people don't know where to start. As I know that when I started, I had no idea what healthy living was all about.
Or you have no idea what your food groups look like.
I didn't know what my food groups were. I needed an understanding. So I needed the fixing, and it allowed me to release the first 60. And I saw the plates and I played around with the containers, and it helped me understand more.
So if you're big on portions, like you're eyeballing things, you're just eating by the fun of it, and you are not really in control, then the portion fix may be something you want to consider. Now, if you are more of an emotional eater, you just finished eating, but you're still hungry. You eat because your eyes are calling the piece of chocolate. You're eating out of boredom. You're eating out of control. Then you need intentional eating. You need more of a mindset fix. You need to heal your emotions. You need to figure out what's causing you to eat those foods. You're not going to have with the To Be Mindset a guideline that says, no, you cannot have this or that. It's more like a visual representation of what your body needs. And because you're going to be following the tracking system, so you're going to know what foods work for your body. You're not going to do it by yourself. In either program, you have the nutritionist who is guiding you with everything you need. So each program comes with the principles and the guidelines. You have the To Be Mindset tracker, and then you have the Ultimate Portion Fix tracker. They're both equally valuable, equally the same to work. What you have to do though, I can't do it for you. I know Ultimate Portion Fix because I committed to it from the inside out. I also committed to the To Be Mindset from the inside out. Maybe that's one program. If you've not done any of them, commit to one and do that one from beginning to end. Trust the process, show up to each and every one of the videos, list your foods in your tracker that goes according to your program, and connect with your coach. Connect with your coach, go over your questions, share with your coach your tracker, and figure it out together as a group. But become resourceful. And that's
I also find that as we join forces, because we're all in this together, it's a really difficult place to be where we don't see what you're eating either. So sometimes we start and we're not seeing the results, but we're also not sharing the journey where we can jump in, not to criticize or point fingers at you like, boo, you did that wrong. No, encouragement. Why not try this out? That helped me tons until this day. That's why I love this community, because I needed that redirection. But I didn't know from left or right.
I'm going to share one thing because I think it's important. I don't know that we all go to our tools, and I live there, but it's part of what I love to do. So I just want to share with you, when you are part of the Nutrition Plus, as Norris mentioned before, you have access to both the Ultimate Portion Fix monthly fix and the To Be Mindset membership. So what that means is you have the basic programs for both, and then you have a 30-day free trial of the Nutrition Plus system. When you have the Nutrition Plus system, you get access basically to the nutritionists themselves. It's almost as if you were going into the nutritionist, sitting down at their office, and them handing you the diet for the week. I know because I used to pay a nutritionist, and I used to go, they would weigh me, and then he would give me the list of the week, and then we would talk about my problems.
I did Jenny Craig too. It depends, even Weight Watchers, you would go.
It felt like therapy. So here is an overview of what happens every single month. It changes. And I personally find this is where the value is at. Okay, so for January in the Mindset membership, Ilana Malstein, the creator of To Be Mindset, is diving deep into Stop Hating the Scale, into her best tips for starting fresh with To Be Mindset. So if you kind of fell off and you kind of like felt like, oh, To Be Mindset, and you want to get back in, January tips are for you. She is doing an exclusive interview with people on how they have broken the plateau. And she has updated it with a lot of the recipes, which I already tried one, and my husband devoured the whole jar. It's a tahini salad dressing. So be on the lookout. I will share that. But if you go in
where you find new recipes, if you're finding yourself like, okay, that's where I did the whole banana mug cake that you guys are seeing me. And one thing I wanted to point out as Nervous is sharing this, when you see these recipes, recreate them and try them. So the first time I tried from Ilana, I believe it was in December she shared it. I don't remember the month. I did it in the microwave first for 3 minutes. The banana mug cake, I didn't like it. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the color. Unides loved it. Nervous is the type that she just needs fuel.
I just need food.
She just needs food. She doesn't care how it looks. I need presentation. I need color. I need vibrancy. I need all of it. And today I did it for my husband, and actually Elias took the one that I was doing for tomorrow because I'm finishing this cleanse and I was looking forward to it, right? So here I am trying to food prep, but the food prep is gone. I did it in the bake set. So I put it in the oven. I put it at 375 and lasted 20 minutes in the oven. I did the knife, and that's how I got my mug cake to look how I liked it. It tastes delicious, but it looks good too.
So
I tried it when you shared it. I tried it in the microwave, and I'm like, this doesn't look like Norris's.
I get that a lot. So always try it different. For me in the microwave, it doesn't work. I need the
because it
color.
doesn't brown it and
No,
it
no, no.
doesn't do
The texture is not
the
the same.
texture is different. So going back here to the monthly
But I
fix,
wanted to,
I want
share
you
that.
to, if for example, you have access to both of them. So I follow To Be Mindset Nutrition Guide, but this woman, Autumn, interviewed Sean Stevenson, who just came out with a new book called Eat Smarter. I'm gonna go watch
Oh,
his
I'm getting
video.
that book.
I'm watching his interview. She interviews him in here, and they go over how to find allergies, Norris, food allergies, how to discover
I
food
have it on my
sensitivity-
to-do list.
Cállate.
When?
Food sensitivities and intolerances, and learning more about the triggering foods, because sometimes you're like, oh my God, I feel so bloated and I don't understand why. She goes over that, but then more than that, there's a PDF file for let me go in, because it's you take like, it's like a takeaway. ¿Cómo es? Quítate tú de ahí. So wait, okay, here. So here is the resources to the monthly fix. And this was like, what? This is here. Oh, the elimination tool. So how to identify what is causing any type of sensitivities or intolerances in your body. There's actually a PDF file that you can go ahead and like download and start to write an elimination diet log sheet to figure out what is sparking certain things in your body and why are you feeling the way that you are. So how do I put this in a way that, like Sori says, doesn't sound like I'm tooting Beachbody's horn? But with all honesty, my father says, ustedes están mal porque quieren. We're doing wrong, or we're not seeing results because we're not taking the time to truly be responsible and respectful for the information that we have at hand. If you are feeling some sort of sensitivities or intolerances, here you are. If you're dealing with wanting to turn your resolutions into results, here you are. If you want to learn how to eat smarter, here you are. If you want to expand your recipes and get better and enjoying your food without feeling deprived or depleted, here you are. So today was a deep dive into nutrition, but we're going to be doing this a lot more, because I find that, number one, in the back end, we're repeating ourselves over and over again. We are putting a lot of information in the groups, but not everybody is finding it or making use of it. So we want you to know that we're not hoarders. We're not putting this information in our pockets and saving it so that you don't get access to it. We know that if you have the same access to it, and that if you were to put the same time and effort into it, you will also see success. And that's exactly what we want. We want you to walk with your head up high in confidence, feeling good from the inside, like from your gut out.
Leaving the old and being bold for change. That is the goal. Moving forward, conquering things that you never thought you could, and just rocking this, man.
So with that, my friends, this was a very good one. We love you and we appreciate you, and we see you in the group.
Please, because if you don't show up in the group, how are we going to know?
We'll find them in their houses, but then we're going to bring COVID with us. We don't want that.
No, God forbid. No, that's not the goal. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for being with us here tonight.